Hi, and thanks so much for joining in today. I'm really excited about today's card. We are going to do a fun fold. It's a triangle fun fold, but along with our fun fold, we are going to use an adorable new stamp set that you have to see. We are going to use a new coloring method. We're going to do some fun things here, so I hope you'll stick around and watch. So let me open this up and show it to you. This sample that I've made says the older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana. And on the inside, wishing you bunches of fun on your birthday. So this is the one sample. Now the one we are going to make is going to use some different stamps from the Bunches of Fun stamp set. So we are going to use this dog with the cone, and it is going to say, "Feel better soon. On the brighter side, you don't need a cone." So this is what we're using. Let me show you first how we make that card base for this triangle fun fold. The way I like to do it is to score my paper in the center both directions. So I'm going to score vertically at 4 1/4, horizontally at 5 1/2. And now you have a couple of options. Basically what you need to do is cut your paper diagonally from one corner down to the other corner. So you can use a ruler or some kind of straight edge, draw a line and cut that by hand. Or what I'm going to show you is how to use the trimmer. So the way to do this is the trimmer isn't quite long enough to do the whole thing at one time. So what I do is line up. You want the point up here in the cutting track, and then down here, this point, same thing. You want it to be right in the center of where that blade is going to run through. So sometimes it takes me a minute to get lined up. So like I said, you can try this if you like, or if it's easier, you can just cut it with some scissors. So when you cut, you only want to go to the center line. And the reason is, since we're doing this in 2 cuts, it may not line up perfectly. So if you only go to the center line, it shouldn't be very noticeable if you're not perfect. So we'll get this lined up again on this other end and cut down to the center line. Great. Now let's get this folded together. So when you fold it together, you want, and I just realized that's going to open the opposite direction. Depending on which way you fold it, it may open the other way. So when you fold this together, you want to make sure your 2 pieces line up. And if they're not going to naturally, you want to make them line up. So this one is bowing just a little bit. I am going to use my bone folder to get that to lay flat so that the 2 angled pieces line up there. And there we go. So now we need a piece of designer paper that measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. And we are going to trim this diagonally. Now I will mention these designer papers I'm using today are from our Pattern Party designer paper pack. And this is a host exclusive set available right now. So with any order, personal order or a party order over $150, you can choose some of the Hostess products for absolutely free with your Hostess credit. And this paper pack I love. It is huge. It has a ton of paper in it, and it is adorable prints. Really cute, fun, bright prints on the one side, and then the other side is all black and whites, which I love that as well. So you want to line this up with the corners on that cutting line. Cut it into 2 pieces diagonally. Let's go ahead and attach these on. I really like the uniqueness of this triangle card. It's just something different. I love this heart print for the Feel Better Soon card. I thought that was perfect. Okay, so we'll attach those on. Now we have our little triangles. I've already cut these out. This one's in Poppy Parade, and this one, I actually cut this on Shimmery White. And the reason is we are going to use the new coloring tool I mentioned, or pastels, and a blender pen to add color to this cute little dog. And so for coloring this, I found that when I was using the blender pens and the pastels on regular white cardstock, it pilled up a little bit on me. So the shimmery white works a lot better. So show you how this works. There are lots of different ways to use these pastels. We are just going to use a basic way here. So you just pick up a little bit of color with your blender pen, put it on that paper, and because this is the shimmery white, that color just moves around a lot better than it would on regular cardstock. Okay, now I decided for the dog to go with a different color, just something different, and I think I'm gonna go with the red actually. So I'll color just on some scrap paper over here to get the rest of that Bermuda Bay off of my blender pen. And which color did I say? Let's go with Poppy Parade. It matches the card. And you're going to see, I am not going to try to get like the blending perfect on this. The color is all even. I may not even get all the way to the edges filled in. But I just think this is a fun way to get that really soft color. And a fun new technique to try. I love how the color just moves around on this shimmery white paper. If you haven't seen it, I put together a really detailed video on the pastels, on lots of different ways to use them. So I will link to that here if you haven't already seen the video on the pastels. Okay, so we have the cute little dog colored. He reminds me of Clifford now that he's red. So we will attach these together. We'll put this on the outside, and then I already have the piece prepared for the inside. So the way I want to put adhesive on this triangle is I decided I only want to put adhesive on one half of it, and then it will attach to this top piece and lift up from the bottom piece. So I want to keep my adhesive on this side of the halfway mark. Now when I lay this down, I know I have at least half of that triangle that doesn't have adhesive on it. Okay, now we will attach this on top. Let's use some dimensionals actually. Him right there. I just love this. This is cute. And then I already stamped this piece. I'll show it to you here in just a second. It says, on the brighter side, you don't need a cone. So put that right there on the inner side. That measures 4 by 5 1/4. If we want to, we can add a few gems. So let's do that. I had added a few on this other one. So we'll just finish this up really quickly. So I hope this gives you some fun ideas for 1, a new fun fold to try, 2, some ideas for how to use this really cute bunches of fun stamp set, some ideas for the pastels, your new coloring method to try out, and just some inspiration for your paper projects in general. So thanks for joining in today. I hope you have a wonderful day. While you're here, please subscribe to my channel using the button down below. You can find links to all the products I used today down below in the video description. I really appreciate when you shop for your products using those links. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again next time when I will be back helping you to hand make with love.